Good evening all. Thank you for the opportunity. As explained, I'm Zylma. I'm from Gajima. I was the partner the past year to Winston Lerumo, who's the principal of Paradise Bend Primary School in Diepsloot. My journey started when Louise actually enticed me in getting involved in the program. And at that given time, I was really interested in getting involved into a community project, and I said I would like to join up. And initially I thought, how difficult can it be? I mean, I started initially my career within a teaching fraternity, so I've got a teaching background. I've got 3 children, and my husband and I were on the board of the school governing body, so can't be that difficult. So to get the community involved and get the school going, can't be that bad. Prior to me meeting Winston and getting involved in the school, I had all these ideas in my mind about what we can do to get the community interested. And I'm going to have chess events in this hall, and I'm going to arrange parties on the rugby and soccer field where you can get all the people together and we'll have these nice braais. And I had all these brilliant ideas. And I ended up at Paradise Bend, and I got the shock of my life because I didn't realize that this was a little farm school in basically very impoverished community of Diepsloot. And all these facilities that you see around you in terms of infrastructure is not present there. And I wanted to run away. I didn't know what to do. And I decided I'm going to be a citizen. I'm not going to keep on keeping to the side and looking at the game on the field and criticize. I'm going to get involved, and I'm going to see what I can do. And the main reason for this is purely because of them. These little children, this is a picture that we took in one of the classes there. And this is the reason why we are here today. It's to make a difference to these children's lives. And it's our responsibility. It's not going to happen by itself. Winston and I went, and this is just a little piece of a mind map, where we said, let's go create paradise. So we got together in a strategic session, and we actually started looking at what do we have to do within Paradise Bend to change the school to become paradise for the children and the community. And there's a massive amount of information on that mind map, and we only got to a very little portion of it, so I'm sorry to say this is not the end of my road, but I would just like to quickly show you just what we've done the past year and what's inspired from this. The school was established in 1960. As I say, it's basically it's almost like a farm school, very little infrastructure. That's what it looked like the first day when I got there. That area that you can see there is now fully built, but that I'll share with you a little later. And the children was actually sitting under a tree having classes. So one of the major focus areas that we decided to look into was to look at infrastructure and see how much infrastructure changes we could bring about. And we actually realized that because of the scenario the children were in, you find that a lot of kids in grade 4, 5, 6, and 7 battled with English and maths and also computer literacy. There was no computer center or anything. These are the things that have changed at the school within the past year. I cannot at any given point say that it's just purely because of my involvement, but Winston and I spoke to each other, and we motivated each other, and we supported each other. And I think that is where the power of this whole program lies. It's the ability or the relationship that's created between the partner and the principal. And you get so involved in the lives of each other that you are there for each other, not only 40 hours as what's prescribed, but much more than that. You can see that these are the things that we've changed. One of the major issues that I think we've done the past year is to start a Saturday schooling and feeding program. I have to be honest, the feeding part is just to get the children there. So, you know, how do you entice children to come to school on a Saturday? So you feed them there. you feed them, and we gave them art classes, and they absolutely loved it. So we started a schooling program where we focused on maths and science and English. And I think this is one of the programs where if you can measure your emotions on a scale, your emotions are continuously on max. So you deviate from being totally exhilarated to totally devastated within a few minutes. One of the devastating moments was we had this beautiful computer room built, and 2 days after we built it, it was devastated, and they stole all the computers and they broke in, and we could never start the computer classes. But I was very devastated, but I decided if I can't start the computer classes, I'll start the maths and I'll start the science and I'll start the art, and they're not going to stop us. And it's made a huge difference. One of the projects we're working on is to put water at the school. There's a massive water problem. I got a donation of somebody that is willing to give us a 54,000 litre tank that will change the water scenario at the school. That's the person there I'm talking to. We first have to fix the crime scenario before we can actually put the pumps and the water container in. We're working on that. The moment that is done, we'll be able to put the water system in. But that's the class that we started. We start the Saturday morning with prayers. It's a Christian school. That's an example of what the children made in terms of their art classes. And you can see the little faces. They were so excited because it's something that we give them something to make that they can take home with them. So that's just our art projects. Am I now too fast? That's just one of the English classes. Our primary focus, due to size, was just grade 4 up to grade 7. That's one of our maths teachers. And during the classes, we also try to teach the children basic principles in terms of taking care of your environment and things like that. That's just one of the teachers there. All these teachers are volunteers. So when I started spreading the news, these people came on board on their own accord, and they are volunteering their time on Saturday mornings giving these classes. These are just a few pictures of the people that's involved. And that's me and Winston. And that's our partnership that it has, over the past year, actually become much more than a partnership. We are friends today. We are very involved in each other's lives. And we believe that even though this is just a very small portion of what we want to establish at the school, we are on our way in terms of making a difference. And hopefully in 2022, or whatever, what's the date that you've given? When you drive past Diepsloot, you will see paradise to your left. Thank you for the opportunity.